It's not that things were so bad this week for the president. They were. It's that there appears to be no hope for it to get better. Even as staunchest supporters privately admit, there's little reasons to think next week will be better. Next week, there will be a win for the White House. Take, for example, the United Auto Workers strike. This should be Union Joe's moment. Instead, those on the picket lines blame him.
If Biden were here right now, what would you say to him?
He would never be here. You know what he did to the rail workers? They were going to go on strike, and he made them not. He legislated them that they couldn't go on strike. That's terrible. We're not for Biden.
Two.
Union workers on a picket line, not for a Democratic president. Natural constituencies now want nothing to do with the president. And even usual defenders are now distancing themselves. Here, for example, are the ladies of The View.
I don't know how he was qualified to work in Ukraine, to work in China, and he also seemed to, in my opinion, present that he had access to his father. There were phone calls like, let's speak to the big guy. That's problematic.
In Washington, things go badly the way Hemingway described going broke, slowly and then all at once. We might look back on the second week of September as the beginning of the end of Joe Biden's political career. MSNBC today called their segment Mounting Problems. So let's review. Just this week, his age continues to cause problems, and it's getting worse. On Monday, for example, he made up a story about where he was on the day following 9/11. CNN did a fact check in which they said he's told 3 significant untruths this week alone. His approval rating is sinking. A poll Wednesday showed 67% of Americans think the country is on the wrong track. Much of that is because of the economy. Inflation numbers this week show what we all know. Life is getting more expensive. Thursday came the indictment of his son. CNN legal analysts say there is more to come in the cases against Hunter Biden. Something he does not want to talk about.
That's all I'm going to say. Thank you.
Mr. President, at what point would you get directly involved in negotiations? Should Hunter get a pardon?
I wish I had a chance to take all your questions, but I'm going to get in real trouble if I do that.
All of the things that we have listed, he can recover from. It's hard, but possible. Losing confidence of your supporters is far harder. Considering the Washington Post, a new op-ed reads Democrats are crazy to insist only Biden can beat Trump. Why on earth would a political party supposedly in the business of channeling the views of the people tack determinately into the face of such widespread and well-founded opposition? The piece follows the first domino to fall, which was from David Ignatius. He wrote President Biden should not run again in 2024. I don't think Biden and Vice President Harris should run for re-election. It's painful to say that, given my admiration for much of what they have accomplished. But if he and Harris campaign together in 2024, I think Biden risks undoing his greatest achievement, which was stopping Trump. That is David Ignatius. There's nothing that says establishment Washington liberal more than David Ignatius. It's one thing for the media to question the president and his running mate. It's a completely different level of concern when members of his own party avoid offering their full-throated support.
Do you think Kamala Harris is the best running mate for President Biden?
You might be a stronger vice presidential running mate than her or me or anybody else. I don't know.
Somebody got to Jamie Raskin because he walked that rare moment of candor back pretty quickly on Twitter. But a couple of weeks ago, we said the 2024 race might look a lot more like 1968 when Lyndon Johnson dropped out rather than 1980 when Jimmy Carter got beat. If that happens, historians will look back at this week, the week Mr. Biden lost CNN, MSNBC, The View, and The Washington Post. They will look back on this week. Think about it this way. Reporters and editors may still like Mr. Biden in a way, but this week, even his supporters in the media realize things don't look good. They jump ship rather than suffer the embarrassment of going down with it, or even the possibility of going down with it. That makes this week even worse for Mr. Biden, because the fewer media friends he has, the worse things get. It's a snowball. It happens slowly and then all at once. Thanks for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to subscribe. Click the red button to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.